Yeah, I'm addicted to Facebook, some would say.
Well, I've been on Facebook for about a year.
Because like everyone wanted to keep in touch.
Obviously moving around quite a lot, you want to stay in touch.
Definitely a social tool.
So I use it all the time between lessons as well.
There's a revolution going on in education in the UK, and we saw how Facebook could be used in a really positive way inside schools and inside the classroom.
We wanted to provide something which helps any teacher just be able to pick that up and think of some really straightforward, easy to implement ideas.
All the focus has been on the dangers of social media. This was an opportunity to look at the positive side of it and actually to use it for what I think is a very powerful potential for learning.
We need to use social media, we need to use IT in the classroom because this is the way of the future.
I wasn't convinced that collaborative learning can be enhanced.
Yeah, go on. Okay.
So I thought, okay, well, we'll go with it and we'll see how it goes.
Initially, I was quite sceptical, shall I say, as to how it would work.
I didn't see how they related, to be honest.
I thought the boys wouldn't be interested in using it at all. It's the opposite, the boys really want to use it. I want you to find out on the internet when sheep were first cloned.
If you're using a medium that they love and they instinctively know, then you're already well ahead. Do you know who the contenders were for leadership of the Communist Party after Stalin?
We know there are some brilliant tools within Facebook, closed groups talking about things that are just for within that classroom or that school group.
You've got everything you need for a topic on one page. It generates that sense of flow of one event to another.
I thought it was really interesting that how you have a timeline and use it for history.
We basically post lessons, homeworks, events that happened in cloning.
You know what you should be doing, you're making a movie on the iPad. They've been using iPads to make short videos about cloning and the history of DNA. Facebook was used as a platform to submit that work and to showcase that work. Boys, you're all done now.
I know like a lot of people who didn't really try hard in lessons, then when they get onto Facebook, you know, a lot of people, they have been like a lot more interested into doing that work.
I often just like click on the page, see who's like been on it, so I think it does encourage you to go on it a bit more in your free time.
Everyone checks their Facebook really often. It means that in your free time, you're sort of passively revising, as it were.
Sometimes Sir might set us homework to comment on stuff and look through anything that's been added. So when we go home, any questions we have, I can just ask my friend.
There are certain people I don't speak to, they also post things, so I can talk to them when I don't understand something, and it builds relationships.
We've got everything up we need to? Yeah. All done it? Good. Excellent. If somebody has a question, they've stopped asking the teachers. That's the funny thing. I take that as a backhanded compliment, of course. But they turn to each other and they say, oh, how do you do this? Or where did you find that? They work as teams, they don't work as individuals.
Having used it, my views have changed. The boys are very engaged with it, and they're very enthusiastic about it, and they're getting a lot of stuff put on it. And they're also doing the work outside the classroom.
Education is something that's the most important thing that anybody can give to their children, and the opportunities that technology offers is just really exciting.
It's limitless what can happen. Let's use it to connect up UK schools with other schools around the world and really use the power of this incredible global platform.
All these countries getting involved in discussion groups and posts and replies. So instead of socially networking, we're sort of academically networking.
It's a no-brainer really that the use of social media is something that can promote engagement and can promote learning.
It's more interesting because it's a different way of learning.
It's the fact that we can interact with each other while we're doing it.
You're enjoying it and going on something you like at the same time as learning.
I've seen now that they can use it sensibly, they can use it maturely, so we just need to make sure that we're going to where they are to teach them best. This will never replace traditional teaching. This is just something that just goes alongside it. It's another tool in your toolbox that you have to teach with.
I think if teachers get over what might be a fear of it, then they'll find there's huge benefit in the classroom.
It educates me more because it's better than just looking into a textbook.
Everyone checks their Facebook really often, and it's there, and it's done, it's a click away.